So what, like 2024 is hilarious, with the election and everything, but that doesn't change anything that can happen and might happen, right? Okay. Well, the horse is always a thing. It's kind of crazy. In this frame picture, the horse still has what we would call like a soul hackers kind of thing going on, right? Now, guess why I mention soul hackers? Well, how about Wanderer's hand having some gray silver, right? You want to know about gray and silver, right? Yeah, yeah. Nemissa, right? Oh yeah. It's pretty crazy out there. Yeah, pretty crazy out there. Um, this one creeped me out because it looks like a human. Does not look too much like a human, but it also looks like a pair of boobs, right? And it has the point out, and that's what's crazy too. Is like I don't understand the frame of the secrets in Shadow of the Colossus. They have the frame that's going on, kind of like an expand kind of thing, kind of like a thing where it just like expands. This one right here, hold on with this one. This cape, huh? That's kind of cool. It's black this time, yeah. Black and white, yin yang. See, a lot of people, with their racism kind of things that they got going on, but like, what about black and white? The whole yin yang combo, right? So this is like a reverse, and you can still kind of see a white, so it's a really creepy picture for the cape. So the cape's creepy also. A lot of these things probably are going to be really creepy due to we have a silver devil human boobs, whatever the amazing artwork, just amazing artwork by his hand, okay? By his actual hand. All right. And the cape is kind of it's shaped for the vagina for X, but I understand why, bad aspirin, right? Just bad. We gotta stop cursing. Come on, we gotta try and figure out how to stop cursing. Yeah, you know how that is, right? Yeah. How's that? I don't know. There's a pair of legs. That's cool. It's a cool pair of legs to do another pair of legs together forever. All right. Yeah, we can get with that. We could chill on that. Oh, fantasy. Wow. What the heck with fantasy? Fantasy of human skin fantasy. Yeah. Fantasy. Wanderer's face being a fantasy human skin kind of thing? What the heck's that about? I don't know. Sounds like the right kind of fantasy, right? Yeah. It still looks like a leg, so that's cool. I like looking at it. Why do I like looking at Wanderer's face? See what I'm saying? It's gonna be scary things that are said, but like I like looking at the face. Due to now we have another devil point out with the hair, but guess what I also like about it's hiding, right? How about this one? I think I like it due to certain music videos you actually go and watch. How about that one, buddy? Yeah, those music videos you watch, right? Yeah. So there's that, right? Gotta get the leg up. Nelly, legs, Nelly, LEGS, right? Nelly, 45. Oh, look there. Colt 45. Anyway, this is such a good picture. That's why I'm like, this picture is good enough to talk about. So there you go. That's pretty cool. It's just like a very odd picture. I mean, what top gold's on the bottom? If you go all the way to the bottom, you'll see a little top gold thing. It's a 3. I like how it looks, Mario 64. It's a 3. Lowly dirt. Legs is very crazy to me when it comes to Shadow of Colossus. Shadow of Colossus's legs is crazy because it can still also be lowly dirt. Mario 64, I can see lowly dirt. So I see lowly dirt in both ways, right? Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. What a crazy creative idea you got going on there. Yeah, it's very creative. Very creative. Oh my gosh, another depressed body on his leg brace. On Wanderer's leg brace, and then there's this like weird smile face thing up above, but like to below to have a bloated boobs. I go with 13. I always go with code 13 due to the torso size. So it's like the torso size, and so it's looking like boobs, like a belly button, torso size. There's many things to pay attention to in Shadow of the Colossus, and I just know what Shadow of Colossus does, and I know what Mario 64 does. So that's why I pay attention to certain things like that. Ew, the scratch. Why is there a scratch underneath, right? The grabbing, right? Is that clawing, like grabbing a female? I don't know what the heck that is, right? And it's still, the brace is looking like a piece of underwear. So the cool thing is you don't have to go far down to the braces. You're just going to the smile, whatever odd looking smile thing. And then you're going down below to see a bra and underwear, right? And the Splatoon guns are crazy. Okay, they're crazy. The bird is crazy in Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. This shape, the reason I always talked about this shape to people, okay, is I've seen this shape before. Okay, I've seen this shape a lot. And you've seen it even in an anime, like Pocket, just like the whole Pocket stuff. So there's always Pocket Monster, right? And but this one is kind of like the easy way to going into a leg, skinny legs, right? So that's an easy one to go into. Okay, we got that going on. And then, yeah, these pictures are evil, dude. A lot of these pictures are evil. I like to keep, trying to find the good ones, but, you just got to, the problem is you got to put effort into it, okay? You got to put a lot of effort into it. Okay, but like the 1-2 up above, wow, such a good 1-2 on his shoulder. Fantasy. See what I'm saying? Fantasy. We've said fantasy quite a bit, but watch this. Fantasy. 1-2 hiding, okay? Like hiding. And that's why I'm looking for stupid faces, because the stupid faces are so evil. And, those times when people give you like new emojis, like emotions for your cell phone, and your cell phone has like an emoji, a picture of a face or an emoji or an emotion, there's a very creepy thing that goes into that. So basically, your cell phone is prepared with messages. You know what I'm saying? Your cell phone is prepared with advanced messages, but you have to figure out some things, and you have to keep going and keep looking at certain things. Shadow of Colossus is a very scary game for even the horse to be like with all the mountains and everything. Just very scary things while you're trying to figure out how to actually get to certain parts of the game and do certain things, okay? Normally, when we get this far in the video, I can almost expect that the information is going to be, kind of dwindling down or something like that. But you never know. There's always some kind of surprise, right? I really like that H. That's why I like Mary so much. I like that H. That's a crazy H. So it's on his other leg. And just go to where the foot is being lifted off the ground, right? I like the H. It's pretty crazy. It's a crazy idea with the H. Yep, that's kind of cool. That's a different way of like looking at the H. Sure, that's pretty good. And tiny legs. Tiny legs is, you could even look at it like a tiny legs kind of thing, which is another thing to pay attention to, because a female can have dead legs and then have a top, right? So there's some certain things you can do with that. Why does that have to look like that? That's disgusting. That's actually that's filthy. That is lowly dirt. So right next to Mary is the whole chama choo choo, which would be like, adult films when the female's like lifting. See what I'm saying? We keep trying to think about the female complex and the transgender complex, right? And due to like the legs being lifted in the air, and yeah, we're thinking about certain graphic things. One of the things I was researching recently is like there'll be things that are really hard to pay attention to, like to actually pay attention to the video and watch the video. But I always think, I'll tell you what I think about that. I do think that's an idea. There's an idea behind that, because here's the thing. You don't want to watch, see what I'm saying? You do not want to watch an adult film, right? That's the thing. You don't want to watch an adult film, okay? But at the same time, that's also a challenge. And that's a challenge of like a part A and a part B, okay? And a part C. So that's like a whole challenge of something that you do not like to do in life. But the minute you don't like to do something like that in life is the exact minute that you don't know what you're even watching. So that's the whole thing behind it. It's kind of like, and there's so many film literature, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of film literature. So that's kind of one of the crazy things to look at. That's pretty cool that they have an X all the way down. If you keep going down his sword, and then you keep going below the point of the sword, of course, Ray, right? But you're going to keep going down. And the best way I can see to see it is you'll see like a black X, right? And that's the motivation in looking for fire, for looking point. And one of the creepy things about Shadow of Colossus that's actually really like beautiful, it's beautiful and it's creepy, is to have two secrets in the Shadow of Colossus video game, right? Three secrets, right? But have them have a pattern, and have them have a pattern to make me, the person that talks to you in this video, sound like a lunatic. You know what I'm saying? So have three things going on of that. And, it gets to the fourth one if you really want to talk about the Sonic DVDs, which are pretty crazy. You can purchase the Sonic DVD, the box art stuff for the Sonic the Hedgehog series. And then it's just but it's meant to be that way. It's supposed to be scary. So anytime I talk about scary information, I expect there to be just a lot of things going on, right? Gosh, yeah. V Vengeance, cool. And you see, these photos can make me feel stupid if I find the right ones, and that's the good, because there's a Ray example, Flea Ray example, Shorts example, another pair of legs up above it. It'll make me feel really stupid, you know what I'm saying? And it looks like cream, looks like a cream pie, nasty, looks like a cream pie. That's kind of why I'm looking for the skin connection and the vein connections. See, there's an idea of like brown, right? So brown's been a whole thing I've been studying, where you're splitting W in half and you're getting the two V's. So I'm studying the brown. We have a song, Do the Stanky Leg, right? That's an actual song, like do the stanky leg thing. We got that as a song. And this part. Now watch this part. So all that information is on the other leg. And the reason that they're doing that for this, okay, is one, they're getting to an easy thing to getting back into Ray, right? So they're going to do a little easy thing to do that, just get back into Ray. Oh, man. There's tail. So that's very creepy. I like how creepy that is. So it's like an easy thing of showing you tail by showing you another opposite color. So they're showing you an opposite color. 77's pretty crazy. Wants to be talking about tail. Pussy. Okay. So tail. I always go with the whole pussy thing. You'll find out why I go with that. This is the tail. So the tail can turn into a but why, right? Because you're going to say but why, right? But you're going to have a split of the y, right? So when the y is divided, okay, so it's going to be divided, you're going to have a skin. See what I'm saying? So that's the whole thing, is when you're looking at like the idea of what Mario and Luigi's doing, right? And you're looking at the two principle is crazy. That's what makes you pay attention to Yu-Gi-Oh! Two principle, just having like, okay, we know what Jaden's eyes originally look like, but we know what his eyes can do, right? So there's that kind of thing going on. But there's also, in Mario and Luigi, there's some pretty crazy ideas that are going on, right? So there's that. And let's see here. Oh my gosh, I get more and more. What the fudge is this? Oh gosh, more Shin Megami Tensei. Well, I don't understand what the Shin Megami Tensei idea is up above for the top hat kind of thing. We do know we have a game called Balan Wonderland. We do know about that game, that Balan game. I don't understand but the hat, we also got Pokemon that has hats like that. But this is the head pop, right? Short. How you could have feet coming out of that too. So that's just a crazy thing to have up there. But back to the K. Do you know what I'm saying? We're back to the K. Originally, we were looking at something with K, Kazooie, but we're back to a K. Okay. Maybe weaponry. Maybe some weaponry. Heck yeah. I mean, see what I'm saying? This is what's so creepy about it. I definitely could see a weaponry idea. You know how Scream came out? How they put Scream in Mortal Kombat? I could see that. See what I'm saying? I could see that this little shape be talking about little girl weaponry. Little girl with a knife. I could see that. I could see that part. Dual neck is so very. I like the story idea behind that because that's very odd. Yeah, there's a slow right next to his face. Yeah, that's next to the face. Okay. All right. Consult N M. Where's our consult W? Right. We need our consult W also. Right. How about consult V? V for vengeance. Right. So V for vengeance. Okay. Gotta do the V for vengeance thing. Skyward Sword is a really crazy game to pay attention to, and that's a game I like to pay attention to. That way we get this running around stick thing, still having the head be like a sharp foot, okay? So, because the common idea is to think about Phoenix the bird, right, for Shadow of the Colossus, because that's a picture. But the thing about it is Shadow of Colossus' secret is about legs, okay? So about being like a pointed foot, right? So that's a whole entire idea right there. If I was to voice something, oh gosh, there's a ray leg right there too. Would you look at that? See, that's why I'm looking for a blend, because that ray leg on the cape is an eye. So you imagine like a leg coming out of your eye, right? Like kind of like a piece of, see what I'm saying? You can get a piece of leg on your eye, okay? But like the blend, I'm looking for the blend detail. That's a really good detail to look for in video games. So I'm looking for the blend, how it goes from blue into the other color, blending, right? So I'm looking for that because it's very confusing art style. And there's a reason I'm looking for it, because it's a very scary character. So I'm looking for a scary video game character that's going on blends, okay? So there's a whole entire idea to look at stuff, to actually look at that, okay? And that's on the cape by his neck. And I'm wondering when this, I'm saying this is 20 minutes in, people. I wonder when it just like stops being like, what the, like, what the fudge, right? There's a little idea of like getting kicked in the head, ripping your leg off of something. See what I'm saying? Like ripping your leg off something. So that's why I'm looking for the veins and the connection. So like ripping your leg off, you're a human attached to something and you're in pain and all that. And screams, you know? Okay, so that's still on the cape, all right? In the darkness. Yeah, gosh. Is it really a dark? I do think, like, when a male and a female, because this is what this picture is talking about, in the darkness. What? You're having sex with a female, okay. You have the gel. Oh gosh, this is so odd. This is such an odd topic. Well, it's in the darkness. You know it's the darkness, but it's like an intimate moment with you and your partner. You're in the darkness. Isn't there a bunch of like why do they keep wanting to go back to this? You know, Mario Wonder has a level that's kind of designed like this. So what are they talking about with this? It's pretty crazy, pretty graphic. I don't know if they're talking about like to focus down. So we're gonna go down. We're gonna get some creepy things. 8. Yeah, but let's talk about the mouth. An 8. So that's why I was like talking about the two legs being together. You know, one of the legs is making a mouth and making the 8. And then you see, if you really want to look into it, you can go to the other one, the other pair of legs. There's 2 holes. I really like the 8 one, though. The 8 one is just like, okay. The 8 one's like, all right, Mario 64 guy, don't give up. You know, that's what that reminds me of. So it's like, don't give up on that. I'm like, all right. Yeah, playing Splatoon is going to be pretty crazy if you look at this long enough. Yeah, that kind of looks like. Is that I don't know if that's a unique vagina vulva or is that a transgender vagina vulva? I don't know. We'll have to put some research into whatever the heck that's trying to talk about, right? With the other leg. But, you know, there's those chap pants. Have you heard of the chap pants? You know what I'm talking about, the pants that are like chaps. You've heard of those too, right? What is your thoughts too, by the way, on this? Did you know if you want to save money, you can, if you're a male and you need to save money, what do you think of this? You can pretend to dress up gay. Pretend dress up gay and you'll save money. What do you think about that? I always am running into that subject, believe it or not, and I do find it hilarious. Like, you can literally dress up gay, and if you choose to dress up gay, you'll save money. So what do you think about that? Seriously, I'm serious with that. Because that's kind of like, at first that's a formula where I'm like, you know, but it does make sense to me. Because if you were to talk crap or do some cursing or talk some vile language, you're going to run into, you know, the whole, haha, you're dressed up gay topic. But if you're disciplined enough, if you're a disciplined human and you dress up gay, you're saving money. So what is it, right? Right? What is it? So, I mean, if you're going to save some money, right? But that's the problem too. There's probably the targeting talk of it. Well, you dressed up as gay. Now you're probably in for a crazy moment that's going to happen, even though you're not gay. a pretty crazy one right there, right? So it's almost like you have to right? You see what I'm saying now? So you have to go and purchase you have to go and purchase something. And that thing you have to go and purchase, right? You have to go and purchase something, and then once you've purchased it, yeah, that's pretty scary, right? Being put, there's the fighting of the system, right? Not fighting the system, fighting the system, but then there's you're going to have to go and purchase something due to certain events that you go to, right? So there's that. Yeah, I hate picking my eyes, Shadow of Colossus. Yeah, I do. I hate picking my eyes. Yeah, it's a pretty crazy one. Scratching my eyes. I don't know what the heck's that's about, scratching the eye. Of course that would be BP, because BP always wins. I mean, if I'm scratching my eyes, BP's won, right? Maybe it's that basic. I mean, and then BP's laughing. Heck yeah. Yeah. This is a lot of human stuff. You know what I'm saying? So there's humans. There's this whole thing that I like to look in when I look into videos and making actual videos, that I like to look and see the crazy ideas that are going on with this, right? The H is pretty crazy. I mean, the xAR anarchy, Pokemon ZA. See, that's why I was talking about Mary, right? Mary's colors, the colors that they're choosing for Pokemon Legends ZA. So there's a whole entire idea thing, just like, it's pretty crazy to look around that area and look around that, yeah. And then give people actual real information on Pokemon Legends ZA. Yeah. Due to the way that people just think in a certain pattern. And when you think in a certain pattern and you don't think about what is going on, that's what happens. So I'm just kind of like, I understand how it can be to break down things and then break it down again to a person and then break it down and then break it down, that kind of thing, right? It can be quite out there, Yeah, it can. It can be ouch, ouch, ouch. This is a mouth. Here's a mouth connected to an arm, belly button, whatever you want it to be, right? But Stellar Blade came out, right? About Yu-Gi-Oh cards, right? There's going to be a lot of things that will come from this. This is on Wanderer's right leg, this kind of thing right here. That's a mouth. I like how it looks like a mouth. That's one of my favorite things, is the mouth thing, because there's a belly button also. So you could get distracted on which mouth do you want to look at. Well, there's a tiny mouth, and then there's like the big mouth. The big mouth's good. You can look at the big mouth. That'll be fine. Still might be able to find, something else, but who knows, right? This is all by his foot area, because his foot's stepping up and it's doing like the double foot pattern, right? Ray is going to step on you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Ray is going to step on Wanderer. So there's this whole entire thing I'm breaking down, why he's being stepped at. There is another part in this game that really creeped me out, just knowing that there might be a glitch idea in this game to get your head stepped on. And I'm trying to see in the areas of the game how we do something like that, right? Again, a tail mouth, huh? Pussy mouth, right? Right, pussy mouth. Is he a pussy? I guess, you know what I'm saying? The more and more this keeps happening. Is Wanderer a pussy? I'd consider him a pussy. He disobeyed orders. Okay, let me try and think this through. He disobeyed orders. He walked with a dead body. Oh gosh, he grabbed a dead body, walked across a bridge with it. Not probably good health-wise either. Yeah, of course, health-wise, that's probably not good either. Oh, the human thing. That's so cool to look at. It's just cool to look at. Yep. That's why I keep looking at it. I know it's a scratch of the eye. That's why I keep looking at this leg that's underneath it. I know it's about scratching the eye, but it still does look like a human kind of thing. And that's why I keep looking at it. Because I'm like, man, Jacob, you are so close, man. Oh, hey, look, there's a black claw. Yeah. Black claw, webbed feet, gold duck. There's a black claw. Yep. Black claw, and then the human up above. Okay. Yeah. I want to see. Yes, I do. I want to see the creepy stuff. That's why I'm seeing the mouth kind of idea down there. Yeah, I like to see the Mario 64 stuff. Yes, I do. Of course I do. So, it's like, yeah. Feet is such a crazy topic too. What a crazy conversation with feet. It's like one of those topics you really don't want to talk about, But then when you think about it, and then you think about it enough, you're just like, oh, okay, you want to talk about that kind of idea, right? Okay. Uni. Yeah, I know. Our horse doing this uni thing with Ray, really crazy. Uni having an idea where it could be like Ray and then just have sharp feet. That's hilarious. Like, this is kind of like a Sonic Superstar's whole point is to do the 1, 2, 3. So it'd be kind of like a pattern. It'd be like the 1, 2 would be Ray, right? And then at the bottom, you have Uni Mario 64 leg, right? So there's some kind of crazy puzzles that are going on with that, right? Pretty insane, huh? It's pretty insane that Sonic Colors, you're going to be, looking at the trailer, looking at the box art for our purple character, right? He's just some underling. He's just some underling is very creepy, by the way, because I know about color frames. Okay, so I know about frames of colors and secrets of video game. So it's very confusing when you're like looking at the blatancy and some of the things you see them doing with purple. Okay. And then you've got music purple, right? So it's pretty crazy. It's just it's a lot to handle. It's pretty out there, So it's pretty out there. Trying to see if it can get anything from this. Sometimes from the holes, maybe. Dagger? I don't know. All I keep thinking about is we just keep getting more and more with Spyro, because this is around the waist area. All I think about is like we're getting more and more to like the legs and the different ways the legs are spreaded out, and a camera viewing the legs of a female or transgender, that kind of thing. There's all kinds of things to think about that, right? I don't get why Ray would be a connect. Like, that's what I don't get either. Why would Ray be like a connection to where we go back to the black and white? Because Michael Jackson, he sings about black and white and all that. But I don't get what the eyeball kind of thing would be. So here's like this eyeball kind of thing. And then you would have Ray. Ray is just like, from what I know from Ray's a sharp foot hitting you in the head, right? But why would you have the idea, like to even have the sharp feet still be like having some kind of Mario 64 thing? And it's maybe just talking about how if you know Mario 64, which I do, I know Mario 64. So if you know Mario 64, and then maybe they're talking about sometimes I like to dumb myself down. Because sometimes I could just be using the sharp foot to get into the other leg. So now you've got a black leg over the head. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole entire black leg over the head, which, by the way, you're gonna get a female's legs. If you know how to get with a female, you're gonna have a female's legs over your head, or that kind of stuff. There's gonna be some crazy things that will happen. But this looks like the wrap up. You see what I'm saying? This kind of looks like the wrap up. I would say so. If you'd seen like the black clothing, the black clothing dress up ideas and all that, right? I don't know. The boo. Should we talk about that? Oh yeah, maybe we can talk about that because it's disturbing. But sure, we can talk about it. Okay, so the thing that I was like looking at was like a Melon's kind of boo bra underwear set that's on his leg. And you notice one of the lines is thin and the other line is thick. Well, there's this thing that's called lopsided clothing, and it is a thing that happens to people. Okay, so this actually happens to real breathing humans. It's called lopsided clothing. I know what lopsided clothing is. Lopsided clothing is a crazy energy. There's an energy to lopsided clothing. Now, if you go to the left leg, there's kind of an idea of tight pants too being pretty crazy, but like lopsided clothing is a really crazy thing. It's a thing you'll go out with in life. It's called your clothes not staying on, right? Due to actions that you've actually done in life. So your actions and your choices of your life. And you're like, why does my clothes just keep doing this stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like you'll have certain moments like that. And there are some females that have certain things they're going through. Maybe it's just body health too. The choices of food you eat too, right? Because you also have choices of food you choose to eat, right? But yeah, that's the thing. So the way that you take care of your body, the choices of partners you get with, there's that kind of thing going on. And lopsided it's a common conversation with humans that a human will go through, and they'll be like, what the heck is this? I think work ethic is very difficult. You get what I'm saying? Like the actual idea of growing up or doing things or getting stuff together. Because guess what? That is a hilarious thing to talk about. Let's say somebody's successful. Okay, or they do something in their life. Yeah, I know the horse's seat is pretty creepy too, because there's a tRi all the way up there. But you'll get yourself together. This successful person gets themselves together, but you will notice something about them, and you'll be like, "Well, why do they make such trashy decisions if they're successful?" Right? They're a successful person, but they make some decisions that you're just like, why did they make that decision? And the reason they made that decision is due to the things that they've done in life, okay? So the whole skinny leg popcorn thing's pretty crazy too. Oh, man. Opposites attract. You know how opposites attract? How there's like two different, like an opposite person attracted to another person kind of thing. That's normally when I think lofting happens, like when your clothes are kind of falling or any of that, is because it's like an opposite, like two different kinds of people that come together, right? And that skinny person that that has kind of like a certain energy to them, that's, what's crazy? If you're really an intelligent human being and you figure out what that is for some reason, and you start to figure what that is, that 1, 2, 3 is still good with the both legs on the cape. That's all right. That's pretty good. That's good. Thank gosh. That's good. But if you see what I'm saying, that's what I'm trying to say to you. If you get to seeing this little detail of an actual random human, you could figure out what kind of choices they might be able to do, but you have to figure it out. It's all in your eyes, So that once you figure that out, then you might be able to figure out something with that. Maybe you might be able to, though. See what I'm saying? You might be able to. Yeah, his hand doing the whole 1, 2, 3 thing. 1, 2, 3 VV. Yep, his hand while holding the sword. Most likely to get you to silver, because silver is amazing. That's the only reason for 40 minutes that I'd be talking about this. Hey, you want to look at the side too before we go? How about that? How about you look at the side? Yeah, that's pretty creepy too. So just go to his hand, go down. What do you know? That almost looks like a little smile, whatever. Go down ahead of that. You go down. Just keep going down and go down. And there you go. That's why we want to see something where we're getting our head stepped on, right? We want to see what the heck bad silver is. Bad aspirin silver is. Pretty creepy, right? Yeah. And then we can start to look at armor details, right? Because these characters have armor details. And then we can figure out why in 2025 they want to, remake Xenoblade Chronicles X with some new ideas, right? And, right? And then we can see that going through, and that's pretty crazy. And if we choose to go to the left, man, that's kind of confusing. I do find that's kind of confusing, but I still kind of can see it's a very confusing one. To go to the left of the sword blade of the sword, to go to the left, go over there. Hover is just a crazy thing. I do like that the sharp foot, at least for everything the sharp foot has, I go with the easy thing and just be like, okay, how about sharp race, pointy foot, but let's turn it over for some Coco underwear, right? Underwear slip. That is a very nasty thing too, by the way. Not nasty, but I would say that's, I wouldn't even say that's nasty. I just say that's a very crazy experience. Yeah. I know, right? I don't think it's even a nasty experience. I think it's just kind of like an emotional, passionate between a male and a female. So I don't know if it's necessarily that, but you know what I mean? I don't think it is. What the heck? That's like a pair of boobs on his sleeve. We need to keep looking for pair of boobs. Yeah, we do. We need to keep looking for pair of boobs ideas. Yeah, what the heck, man? What is up with that, man? I don't know. I have no idea. Do I like it flipped the other way? I might actually like it flipped the other way. There's the elongated face. There's a 1, 2, 3, of course. I like that. I like as tiny as that is. Okay, so that's maybe what he means by corner of the mind. Go to the corner of mind, and we're going to get some kind of thong booty thing, but up above of it will be a little creature. So how about like a little creature, right? Falling out of a female, right? Okay, so that's probably the whole entire mite idea, right? MIT, sex mite. The whole sex mite kind of thing. Maybe that's what that's about. I have no idea what that is, right? Could be the other disturbing one, the one we don't want to hear about, right? Could be that one also. Hey, Uni. Okay, right. I know Uni. Yeah, Uni being like just a creature. I know, like underwear and a butt being a creature. I have no idea what the heck to say about that. But it's kind of crazy how Uni is being used. Like the main things I remember from Uni is Mario 64, and that's why we always get these like black holes, right? So when you turn it over on his sleeve, when you turn it over and you see like this Uni with like a black hole that's staring at you, that's when I remember of Mario 64. It's your whole Shin Megami Tensei V thing, because if you switch this over, right, you're gonna have like that V point going into like the leg, okay, right? But the crazy thing I'm like is, hey Uni, Mario 64,
hey, Uni, why are you also being a complete piece of crap? Okay, I could see you doing the Together Forever Mario 64 thing. I could see that. I could see that. But this one you're being a little confusing. This one to me is side Shadow of Colossus. So, like, why do you think it's so, you're being really creepy. Of course you are. Of course you're being creepy. I mean, I know when I look at Wanderer's face thing and I go back up there, yeah, I know it's hiding. Yeah, I know that's hiding up there. Mario 64 stuff. But Uni, why the heck do you think to yourself that you can just do that? That's very disturbing. That's very disturbing that you just think you can be like the human Shadow of Colossus stuff. Maybe you're to just get me to go down, and then go to that human like Mario 64 Shadow of Colossus thing down there with boobs and all that. Maybe you want me to go down to that, right? So there's that. But like, I just, you're so crazy. Yeah, of course I want to find Hover. You betcha. Why else would I not want to find Hover? Of course, I need to see what all those humans were and what was the whole thing behind those humans. Sure do. Yeah, sure do want to see that again. Yeah, betcha. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, like people who want to hear about excitement in the world. You know what I'm saying? That's what people like. They like excitement in the world, and they like the crazy things. But I definitely want to see the humans, and when the humans are attached. Yeah. So, surprise, people. That's kind of the thing I want to see. So I want to see this human that's attached to a certain idea, and I need to see what it's attached to. I just need to go again, you know what I'm saying? Go again and see it again just to see what it's attached to. Yeah, that's the surprise with people, though. Actually, as we get into 45 minutes, maybe this is the best part. And maybe this is where it gets emotional to people, but I'm going to be honest with them. And you know what? This is going to get really emotional. Well, if it shows in life, then you're going to hear this from me. I can see a video game secret again, right? Which I'm trying my best to do. Oh, would you look at the Mary H being a try? That's creepy. I love that. That's good. Of course, that's good. That's amazing. Well, that'll be a really good highlight once you see this. You're going to love that. I love it. You're going to love it. Raise a leg. But you know what's the creepy thing? Let me try and tell you what's creepy. If you had a choice to see a secret of a video game, right? But the other room, we'll say the other room, you're going to get to have sex with Taylor Swift, whatever. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? You get to have sex with Taylor Swift, or you see the other room of the video game secret, you're going to choose the video game secret. So how'd that go for you, Mr. Macho? That didn't go good for you at all. If you have any brain cells in you, you're going to go and see the video game secret. But if you don't have brain cells, you're just going to go, and have sex and realize you're a loser. There you go. How about that one? That goes for everybody. Isn't that cool, people? Thank you for watching my video. This is what I'm going to tell you. Thank you for watching my video. See what I'm saying? Thank you for watching my video. The other people that would be talking, blah, 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 it's just like, no, if you got a chance to see the video game secret, you want to go and see the video game secret. You know that vagina is last. You want money, right? So if it comes to like when we talk about manly stuff and discipline and things that we're gonna do, we want to go and see something, right? So yeah, now when when you listen to Joe Rogan because you're a brainwashed human, and you go and listen to Joe Rogan, okay, because that's your choice to go listen to Joe Rogan, right? But you're gonna learn what it means to be brainwashed. You know what I'm saying? So you go and watch Joe Rogan, and he's going to try and say he's showing you something. Okay? Yeah, you go ahead and see if he's showing you something, because guess what? He ain't going to show you anything I'm showing you right now. Hey, before we go, because I love being scary. See what I'm saying? I love to be scary. You like to hear from the ear. Hear from a horse's ear. You're looking at the horse's ear. You don't even have to look at the shadow that's up above. Are you looking at the horse's ear? Look at it again. Okay? Look at it again. When you look for a mouth and an eye. See what I'm saying? Hey, look at it again. X. Hey, I like X's other form, right? Uh-huh. Hey, what about this one? You ready? If you decide to look at her vagina, okay, BP. Hey, what about, why is he mentioning BP? What is he doing? I'm going to scare you. I'm going to scare you the easiest way I know how to, right? This is Ray also. This could be a little bit of an idea of Ray, just, getting attacked by Ray, right? But watch this. This is what I want to talk about. What can you do with your ear? You can hear something. You can hear something with your ear. So yes, is there a purpose to look at a video game? You bet you pussy.